God says Archangel Michael is standing right beside you now, whispering words that the world cannot hear but your soul already feels. He says, "It's only for you. 5 minutes left. If you ignore this, I will never help again." You may not understand why this moment feels heavier than any other, but heaven has been preparing this moment for years, aligning events, people, and hidden truths so that when these words arrive before your eyes, your heart will know they are not written for the masses but carved directly for you. The angels tremble as they watch you because they know that your next choice, even the quiet decision you make as you read this, can open the floodgates of miracles or close the door on the help that has followed you all your life. The clock of heaven is moving, 5 minutes left, and the divine realm does not use time lightly. When God marks a time, it means destiny has entered the room, and now destiny is sitting in your lap, pressing against your soul, asking you to stop everything, breathe, and open yourself fully. Archangel Michael says that he has protected you when you were asleep, when you were crying alone, when you thought no one was watching. He fought off spiritual attacks you never even saw. He stood in the doorways of your dreams like a soldier, sword raised, keeping nightmares from swallowing you whole. He blocked betrayals that would have destroyed you, but each time he intervened he whispered, "One day I will have to reveal everything, and they will have to know." That day is today. Heaven says your name has been called in the highest courts of angels. Scrolls have been opened with your destiny written on them. They saw the battles, the betrayals, the tears, the times you almost gave up, the times you thought God forgot you, and still you held on to some flicker of faith. This flicker is why Michael is here now. You are at the threshold of massive change. The old life you have been living is cracking like glass. The walls you have leaned against are dissolving. The plans you made out of fear, the relationships you maintained out of habit, the identity you built from pain, all of it is trembling because God is about to deliver you into a reality that you once thought was impossible. This is not a metaphor. This is not a parable. This is not just an emotional text. This is a direct transmission. Heaven says 5 minutes left to open your heart, because if you do not open it, the door will seal, and the angels cannot force it open. Free will is the only law heaven will never break. Michael says with a trembling voice, "If you ignore this, I will never help again," not as a threat but as a cry. He loves you, but he cannot violate your choice. You were marked for a high calling before you were born. God wrote something over your spirit that the enemy has always tried to erase. They used people around you to attack your worth, to convince you you were ordinary, to blind you to the scale of the mission placed inside you. But no matter what they did, the mark remained. That mark is glowing right now as you read this. That glow is what Michael is following. He says that in the next few hours, things around you will start to shift. Messages will come. People will reveal themselves. Secrets that were hidden from you for years will be spoken by accident. A door you thought was locked will suddenly open. Money you thought was lost will appear. A person you thought had left forever will return with an apology. And the pain you thought would never leave will begin to dissolve like mist under sunlight. God says you have been through a cycle of trials that were never meant to destroy you but to position you. Each heartbreak, each loss, each humiliation was a setting of the stage. Heaven was not punishing you, heaven was preparing you. The stage has been built, the lights are on, the audience unseen but waiting, and now the curtains are rising. It's your moment. Michael says, 5 minutes left. He means that the window of highest divine alignment is open right now. He means that heaven's armies are lined up like soldiers waiting for the signal. He means that if you say yes in your heart right now, they will move so fast you will be shocked at what unfolds over the next days. You are not reading this by accident. You may think you stumbled upon this text, but heaven arranged this as carefully as they arranged the stars. Angels have whispered into people's ears to send you certain messages, to delay you just enough so that your eyes land on this at the exact second you were ready. God is not random. He is precision. He is orchestration. You are in the exact place you are supposed to be, and nothing, no power, no curse, no betrayal, can stop what happens if you open yourself now. Michael says there are 3 layers of change coming. First, the exposure of hidden enemies. People who smiled at you but secretly planned against you will be revealed. Not to harm you but so you can be free of their influence. Second, the sudden arrival of resources. Things you thought you had to struggle for will start to flow easily, like water to someone dying of thirst. Third, the activation of your calling. You will feel a fire inside that you cannot explain, ideas will pour out of you, opportunities will call your name, and you will know you are walking in destiny. These 3 layers are already in motion, but the seal breaks fully when you decide to believe, to act, to pray as if it's real. Heaven says you have been asking, when will it be my turn? That turn is now. You have asked for signs. This is the sign. You have asked for confirmation. This is the confirmation. You have asked for protection. This is the protection. Michael's wings are stretched over you right now as you read. His sword is burning blue fire. His eyes are wet because he has seen your suffering. He says softly, I have always helped, but now I am asking you to help me help you. Open this. Receive this. Do not delay. Do not dismiss this as just words. These are living words. God says that as soon as you finish reading, speak out loud even a whisper of agreement. Say, I receive. Say, I believe. Say, I open my life to the divine. That simple whisper gives heaven permission to flood your life. Without it, angels must stand aside because they cannot force blessing into a closed hand. Michael also warns that the enemy will try to distract you after this. Your phone may ring, someone may upset you, doubts may whisper, "This isn't real." That is the last attempt to close the door. Ignore it. Stand still. Say again, "I receive." Heaven moves on agreement, not feelings. You may feel a warmth, a chill, a pressure on your chest as you read. That is not imagination. That is the presence of the Spirit of God and the nearness of angels. Heaven is confirming in your body what you are reading with your eyes. God says this is the beginning, not the end. This is the opening of the seal, the first drop of a waterfall. Over the coming hours, you will see coincidences pile up like bricks. People will speak to you sentences that match what you just read. Numbers will repeat. Dreams will echo. That is heaven showing you you're on the path. Michael says with urgency, this is your moment. This is your opening. This is the call you have waited for your whole life. 5 minutes left. I am here. God is here. Open now. And so heaven waits. The angels are silent. The trumpet is at the lips but not yet blown. Everything hangs on your yes. God says Archangel Michael is speaking now through the currents of eternity, his voice trembling like thunder yet filled with light, and he whispers your name into the winds of heaven, saying that this moment is not like any other moment in your life. He says that 5 minutes in heaven's time can shift centuries of pain on earth, and this is the moment you are standing inside of. He says, it's only for you. This message has been written before the foundation of the world. This is not a mass message, not a general word, not something that was sent to thousands. It is written for your soul alone, like a secret scroll sealed with fire and blood, and when you open it, the seal breaks and the story that was hidden about your life begins to unfold. He says the angels are trembling because there is a shift in your destiny happening right now, like a river changing course, like an arrow that was aimed at you dissolving midair. He says, if you ignore this, I will never help, not because heaven's love is conditional but because the door that is open now will not always be open. This is a moment of choice. It's like standing in front of a train about to depart with your name written on the ticket. He says you have already been crying in secret, already been wondering if God forgot you, already been asking if anyone in the unseen world hears your whispers at night, and this is heaven's answer, yes. Yes, we heard you. Yes, God saw. Yes, your mother's tears in heaven were gathered. Yes, Archangel Michael stood beside you in rooms you thought you were alone. Yes, the enemy tried to crush you but something happened that changed the plan. Michael says, 5 minutes left, not to frighten you but to wake you. Because in heaven's time, 5 minutes is a window where the future can be rewritten. The massive changes he is speaking of are not vague, they are already beginning. He shows me doors swinging open, names you have never heard that will soon be connected to your name, papers being signed that you didn't even apply for, a healing that the doctors said was impossible but is being released now like a flood over your cells. He says you have been betrayed, misunderstood, and accused by those closest to you. He says someone is hiding something from you that would have destroyed you if it had been revealed at the wrong time, but heaven is about to expose it in a way that will not harm you but free you. He says your financial destiny, your family's patterns, your hidden fears, all of it is under review right now. Heaven says there is a light around you that demons cannot touch. That light is like a shield of fire. Michael says he stood at your door last night, sword drawn, because something tried to enter but could not because of the prayers you prayed. He says even your sighs counted as prayers. He says even your silence counted as prayers. He says you have been misunderstood, even by your own heart, but God knows your name written in light. He says, this is not a joke. He repeats, this is not a joke. He says you have been delaying a decision because you are afraid to lose people, but God is saying the people you are afraid to lose were never really holding you. Heaven is holding you. Archangel Michael speaks of a woman who has been watching you. She tried to block you in unseen ways. She tried to whisper lies about you. But he says her power is finished now. He says your name is being removed from her lips. He says the trap is being exposed before you walk into it. He says someone far away has been praying for you at the exact hour you thought you were alone. He says even now, as you read these words, your body is feeling a strange stirring, a warmth, maybe tears, maybe chills, but it's heaven's sign that the message is real. God says the massive changes in your life are not only material but spiritual. A shift in your bloodline. A shift in your mental state. A shift in your relationships. A shift in your health. The dreams you have been seeing lately are not random, they are glimpses of what is about to manifest. He says you are being called into a higher place, but that requires leaving behind something heavy. That is why he says, if you ignore this, I will never help, because you must say yes. You must open your hands. You must forgive where forgiveness feels impossible. You must let go of the anger that has been poisoning your nights. Heaven cannot pour into hands that are still closed. Michael shows a vision of a river with gold in it. You are standing at the edge but hesitant to step in. The water looks cold but it is not. He says the gold represents opportunities. People will soon say, how did this happen to you? Who opened this door? They will not understand it was heaven's intervention. He says there is a letter coming, a message from someone who has been silent for years. He says there is a phone call that will change everything, a message you weren't expecting, a door that has been locked but the key is already in your hand. He says you have been tired of fighting. He says you have even said in your heart, I cannot do this anymore. He says heaven heard you. He says this message is heaven's way of holding your face gently and saying, you are not alone. He says your angels are increasing around you. He says your dreams of falling were symbolic, but now you will dream of flying. He says the next 3 weeks will show you signs, white feathers, a certain number, a certain song at the exact moment you think of it, and you will know heaven is confirming this word. Michael says time is shifting. He says 5 minutes is symbolic of a grace period. He says something that was written to harm you is being rewritten. He says the people who mocked you will watch your rising. He says you will no longer have to explain yourself because heaven will vindicate you. He says even now as you read this, a healing energy is flowing into your body, a calmness you cannot explain. He says your tears are not weakness but keys unlocking doors. He says do not fear what is leaving your life now, it is making space for what is coming. God says, I have chosen you, not because you were perfect but because you were willing. He says you have always felt different, and it was not your imagination. He says you were marked before birth. He says the attacks you faced were not random but because of the light you carry. He says now that light is about to increase. Michael says your enemies will try one last time but it will fail. He says the blessing will come suddenly, not gradually. He says you will look back at this week and say, that was the moment everything changed. Michael says breathe. He says put your hand on your heart. He says say quietly, I receive. He says that simple act of agreement will allow heaven to work. He says your angels are arranging people, places, and events for your next chapter. He says you are stepping into a destiny that will outlive you. He says your family line will speak of this moment. He says your mother in heaven is smiling. He says she has been praying for this day. He says she has been interceding for you, and her prayers are part of why this window opened. He says this is the time to be bold. He says do not be afraid to say yes. He says forgive quickly. He says bless those who cursed you. He says keep your eyes open for the sign. He says when the call comes, answer it. He says when the door opens, walk through it. He says heaven is with you. He says you are safe. He says nothing will go wrong with you. He says just trust God and pray. He says this is the hour of your rising. He says angels are singing over you even now. He says you will feel a peace after reading this that you have not felt in years. He says remember this moment. He says the scroll of your destiny has been unsealed. He says 5 minutes left was the warning, but you made it. You opened it. You are reading it. The shift has begun. Heaven rejoices. God says, Archangel Michael is here, and his voice trembles as it moves across the unseen places where you are sitting now. He whispers your name even though you feel alone, and the moment you hear this message, something begins to stir in the hidden corners of your life. It is not a coincidence that your eyes have found these words. Nothing about this moment is random. Heaven has been watching your path, and the angels have been circling above you, protecting, guiding, whispering, waiting for the exact instant when your heart would be open enough to hear this truth. Archangel Michael says, "It's only for you." He has been ordered to deliver this to you personally. He pleads with you. There are only 5 minutes left before the window of change closes. This is not a threat, it is an urgent invitation. There will be massive changes in your life, changes so deep they will move through your body like fire and water at the same time, cleansing, purifying, rearranging everything that you thought you knew. If you ignore this, he says with tears in his voice, he will not be able to help you in the same way again, because free will is real, and heaven respects it. Open it quickly. Do not let fear make you scroll away. Do not let doubt convince you this is nothing. He says, "I am real, my love for you is real, and the things I am about to reveal are real." The angels are speaking about the secret cries of your soul. You have been asking questions that no one has answered. You have been carrying wounds that no one has seen. You have been holding on to dreams that feel too heavy to lift. Michael knows all of it. God knows all of it. They have watched you at night when you thought no one cared. They have seen your silent tears and your hidden strength. They have heard the prayers you whispered under your breath when you thought the world was deaf to you. Those prayers are gathered in the hands of the angels, every one of them still alive, still glowing, still waiting to be released back into your life as blessings. Michael says you do not know how close you are to the breakthrough. You do not know how many forces have tried to stop you and how many more forces of light have been holding them back. This is why this message feels so urgent. It is because heaven has been holding something for you, and now it is ready to drop into your life like a rainstorm in the desert. He wants you to picture it, the desert of your heart, dry and cracked from waiting, suddenly flooded with living water. That water is truth, it is love, it is provision, it is new people, it is open doors, it is the answer you thought would never come. Michael says in 5 minutes you can step into it with your yes. You do not have to perform. You do not have to beg. You simply have to believe and open. He says, "I will not force you. If you ignore me, I will step back because I cannot violate your freedom. But if you open now, I will fight for you like never before." God's voice rises behind Michael's words. "My child, my beloved, I have seen everything. Nothing is hidden from me. Every injustice done to you, every plan set against you, every delay that has tried to steal your destiny, I have recorded it, I have counted it, I have prepared your compensation. I am about to move. But you must stand in faith and trust me. This is not a gentle season. This is a season of exposure, a season where hidden things come into the light. People who have been pretending will show their true faces. Opportunities that have been delayed will suddenly appear. Money that was stuck will begin to flow. Relationships that were toxic will begin to fall away. This is why it feels like your life is shaking, because everything not built on truth is crumbling. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. Michael says, "You have asked me to fight for you. I have been fighting for you. I have been cutting through chains you could not see. I have been standing between you and things you did not know were aimed at you. I have been lifting you up in moments when you thought you were falling. But now is the moment for you to fight too, to fight by believing, by opening, by not ignoring this. The greatest power you have is your yes. When you say yes, heaven moves. The sky above you is full of things you cannot yet see. Angels moving, assignments shifting, people's hearts changing. God is speaking to you in this very moment, and every breath that you take as you read these words carries the pulse of heaven, the whisper of eternity, and the echo of the angels who have been sent to stand guard around you. The air around you is not ordinary, it is thick with divine presence, shimmering with unseen wings, vibrating with unseen voices. You may feel your heart beating faster right now, a kind of trembling inside your spirit that you cannot explain, because heaven is leaning close to you. God Himself is reaching out to you, and Archangel Michael, the mighty warrior of light who stands at the gates of heaven, is standing behind you right now as you read. This is not a small or casual moment. This is the kind of moment that shifts destinies, reroutes storms, and breaks chains that have been on families for generations. You are being summoned into a space of protection, revelation, and divine intervention. God says to you, "My child, I have been watching over you in the silence of your nights and in the noise of your days. I have seen your hidden tears, your whispered prayers, your private fears that you told no one about. I have counted them all. Not one prayer slipped away. Not one sigh was ignored. You have been through valleys so deep you thought you would never see light again, but I was there, lifting you, even when you didn't feel me. Now the time has come for me to show you openly what I have been preparing secretly. There is a shift coming into your life so dramatic that even those who doubted you will be silenced. This message is not to scare you, but to wake you. 5 minutes may seem like nothing in human time, but in heaven's time it is the signal that the gates of a new season have swung open. Archangel Michael speaks with urgency now. He is not soft when he speaks, his voice is like thunder rolling across mountains. He says, "Beloved one, listen. You have asked for protection, for answers, for a sign that heaven is real, and here it is. We are around you now. We have been battling for you in realms you cannot see. You have no idea how close the darkness came to swallowing you, but God's hand lifted you. You have no idea how many traps were set for you, but every one of them failed because heaven intervened. Michael says, do not ignore this moment. The next breath you take is wrapped in destiny. The next step you make is guided. There are doors that are about to open for you, doors no man can shut. But you must listen and receive. You must trust the one who sent me to you. If you turn away now, if you ignore what heaven is speaking, there will be delays and detours that are not necessary for you to walk through. God says you are safe. Right now, your life is surrounded by angelic protection thicker than walls of steel. You are shielded from what was planned against you. Even as you read, Archangel Michael has stationed angels at every corner of your path, behind you, ahead of you, on your left, on your right. There is no need to panic, no need to fear, because your Father in heaven has you covered. God says, rest assured. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe, but you must keep your heart soft, open, and obedient to the voice of heaven. You have been chosen for something rare, something that not everyone around you will understand. Some will misread it. Some will doubt it. Some will even be offended by it. But you must not let their words distract you. This is the season of massive changes. What is coming to you is not a small adjustment, it is a complete turnaround. Relationships will shift. Hidden enemies will be revealed. Opportunities you thought were lost forever will reappear, but this time with heaven's seal on them. Your steps are about to be ordered in a way you've never seen before. Even your dreams at night will begin to carry messages from heaven. Watch for them, write them down, pray over them, because God will speak to you in visions. There will be days ahead where you feel waves of peace that make no sense, because heaven is preparing you for what is being handed to you. Archangel Michael says again with great urgency, you must pray. You must call on God's name. This is not a time to be casual. This is not a time to delay. This is a time to bow your head where you are, even quietly, and say, God, I trust you. I receive your message. I will not ignore it. These words may seem simple, but in heaven they open gates. In heaven they send signals. In heaven they are like keys turning locks. The enemy has tried to put fear in your heart, has tried to whisper lies into your mind, but those lies are being burned away now. Chains are snapping now. God says, the pain you have endured will not go wasted. The tears you have cried will become rivers of blessing. What the enemy meant for evil will turn into a testimony that will lift others. You are being set apart, not rejected. You are being prepared, not punished. You are being lifted, not left behind. These changes may at first feel uncomfortable. You may not understand everything that is happening, but trust that my hand is in it. Trust that my timing is perfect. Trust that every door I shut is for your protection and every door I open is for your elevation. Michael stands at your side with his sword drawn. He is saying your name in heaven's courts. He is fighting for you in places you cannot see. He is covering your family, your finances, your health, your relationships. He is pushing back darkness that you did not even know was aimed at you. He is making way for you. Do not doubt that heaven knows exactly where you are, what you are facing, and what you need. The very fact that you are reading these words right now is proof that God has not forgotten you. It is proof that heaven's eyes are on you. God says, lift up your head. Do not let shame bend you over anymore. Do not let fear tie your tongue anymore. Do not let regret make you think your best days are behind you. I am making all things new. I am rewriting your story. I am restoring years that you thought were wasted. I am bringing people into your life who will honor you, protect you, and walk with you in truth. I am removing those who only came to drain you, deceive you, and destroy you. This is not punishment, this is protection. In the next hours and days, you will begin to notice signs. They may come as sudden peace in the middle of your worry. They may come as a stranger speaking words you just prayed. They may come as dreams in the night or as scriptures that leap out at you. Pay attention to them. Heaven is speaking. Heaven is guiding. Heaven is leading you step by step. Archangel Michael adds, this is your moment. This is your turning point. This is your call to rise. I am here because heaven heard your cry. Heaven has answered your prayer. Heaven has come to you. Do not ignore me. Do not push this away. You have asked for a sign. You have asked for a word. This is it. The countdown is not to frighten you, but to show you the urgency of this moment. It is to wake you from delay, to pull you out of hesitation, to draw you into obedience. Take the step. Speak the prayer. Surrender the fear. Hand over the pain. Let God take it. Let heaven move. God says, my child, you are loved. My child, you are chosen. My child, you are not alone. My child, I am with you, and I will not leave you. You may feel small, but I am making you mighty. You may feel forgotten, but I am remembering you before kings. You may feel weak, but my strength is rising inside you now. Trust me. Pray to me. Walk with me. This is the hour of your deliverance, the hour of your breakthrough, the hour of your new beginning. And as you finish reading these words, know this, you are covered. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved. Heaven's armies are around you. Heaven's eyes are on you. Heaven's hand is guiding you. You are stepping into a season where everything that was against you will lose its power, and everything that is for you will accelerate. This is not a dream. This is not an accident. This is your moment with God. God says, "Listen to me now with all the quietness of your heart, because there are only a few moments left before what has been hidden from you begins to unfold." Archangel Michael is standing close to you right now, and he is not speaking these words for anyone else, only for you. This is not a common message, not a random moment, not a mere string of words on a page. It is the living breath of God and the fierce, tender cry of the angel who has guarded you since before you could speak. In this moment heaven bends close, and time itself slows down just enough so that your soul can hear what it has been longing to hear. God says, "It is urgent, because the doors that have been closed for so long are about to open, but only if you are willing to receive and not turn away." Archangel Michael says, "It is only for you, and he will not speak this same way again." He says 5 minutes remain before the decision of your heart either invites heaven's intervention or shuts the door to it. He says, if you ignore this, he will step back and will not intervene again in the same way, because heaven honors your freedom even while it longs to protect you. God says, listen to this with trembling but with peace, because even though the words are heavy and urgent, you are safe in his hands. God says, you have walked through a valley where shadows have wrapped around your mind and your hope like cold smoke, and yet even there his light has been beside you. Many nights you have wondered if your prayers disappeared into empty air, if the tears you shed at night were seen by anyone at all, if your pain had any meaning. But the Lord says, every whisper you thought was ignored has been gathered like seeds in his hands. Every tear you thought no one noticed has been caught like rain in his palms. Even now, while you read, heaven is shifting things that were impossible for you to shift. The hidden obstacles that have been like walls around your life are trembling. The chains around your destiny are being loosened. Michael stands at the gate of your future, sword drawn, waiting for the word to cut down what has tried to block you. But the word cannot go forth until you open your heart to it, until you stop doubting that this is really for you. This is why the urgency is real. This is why the time feels short. Heaven is poised to move. God says, there will be massive changes in your life. The very things you thought were permanent, unmovable, and fixed are about to be rearranged. The people who stood against you with hidden motives, the circumstances that conspired to hold you back, the systems that ignored you, even the delays that felt endless, all of these are under the authority of God. Heaven's plans for you are not fragile. They are not easily broken by human hands. But they can be delayed by your own disbelief or fear. That is why Archangel Michael's voice is fierce today. That is why it sounds like warning mixed with promise. Because the window is open right now. God says, You are standing on the edge of a shift so great that you will look back on this day and know that this was the day everything started to turn. But to walk into that shift, you must trust. You must say yes in your heart, not later, not when it feels convenient, but now, in this moment. Michael says, this is not a trick. This is not a game. This is not a test of your ability to guess some secret code. This is a moment of divine rescue, a moment of heaven stretching out its hand to you. He says, I have been sent to fight for you in realms you cannot see. I have stood between you and the traps set for your feet. I have wrestled with forces that whispered lies into your ears to make you feel worthless, to make you believe you were abandoned, to make you doubt your own worth. I have been faithful because God commanded me to be faithful to you. But now, at this threshold, you must be faithful to yourself and to the call God has placed on you. If you ignore this moment, you will still be loved, but I will not intervene in the same way again, because heaven does not force its way. Heaven invites. Heaven warns. Heaven protects when you open your heart to it. But heaven will not violate your freedom. God says, do not be afraid of these words. Do not let them scare you into panic. They are not meant to crush you, they are meant to lift you. They are not meant to threaten you, they are meant to awaken you. The reason the angel says, 5 minutes left, is not because some clock in heaven will strike 0 and punish you. It is because your heart has been crying for an answer, and the answer is right now, and if you push it away again you will drift into another season of delay that heaven does not want for you. God says, this is the moment to breathe, to release the fear, to open your heart like a window and let the light in. You have been waiting for a sign that you are not crazy, that your life is not random, that your pain has not been wasted. This is that sign. This is that voice. This is that moment. God says, you are safe. Even when the world shakes, you are safe. Even when the people around you betray you, you are safe. Even when your own thoughts feel like storms, you are safe. Because your safety is not rooted in circumstances, it is rooted in Him. God says, the massive changes coming are not to harm you. They are to position you, to free you, to lift you into the next chapter of your destiny. Some relationships may end. Some doors may close. Some hidden truths may come to light. But every ending will be a mercy. Every exposure will be protection. Every change will be a preparation. God says, do not cling to what I am removing. Do not fear what I am revealing. Do not run from what I am asking you to face. Because what I am bringing is better than what you are afraid to lose. Michael says, I have seen the tears you did not tell anyone about. I have heard the prayers you whispered when you thought no one was listening. I have walked with you when you thought you were walking alone. And now, because you have endured, because you have not let go of hope completely, because somewhere deep inside you still believe heaven is moving. But you must act. Open your heart. Speak out loud that you receive. Pray. Surrender. Even a whisper of faith in this moment will unlock what heaven has been holding for you. Michael says, "This is the last time I will speak to you with this level of urgency. After this, the decisions you make will set the path for the next season." Heaven is offering you help, but heaven will not force you. God says, "My child, you are loved with a love that will not end. You are held with a strength that cannot break. You are called with a purpose that cannot be stolen. The world may not see it. People around you may not recognize it. But I, the Lord, have written your name on the palm of my hand. I have counted your steps. I have numbered your days. And I am not finished with you yet. In fact, what you have seen so far is only the beginning. The attacks you endured, the disappointments you survived, the betrayals that tried to shatter you, they were not signs of my absence. They were proof of your calling, because only the called are fought so fiercely. Only the chosen are resisted so violently. But now the resistance is ending, because the season is shifting. Heaven is intervening. God says, "I know you feel unworthy. I know you think you have failed too many times. I know you are afraid to hope again because you have been disappointed before. But I am bigger than your failures. I am stronger than your fears. I am more faithful than your doubts. All I ask of you is to believe, even for a moment, even with trembling hands. Because your belief opens the door. Your yes gives heaven permission to flood your life with what it has been holding for you. This is why Archangel Michael is crying out to you. This is why he says, "It's only for you." Because heaven is not sending a generic blessing. Heaven is sending a specific, precise intervention for you. Michael says, "I stand ready. The sword of the Lord is drawn. The gates are ready to open. The scroll of your next chapter is in my hand. But it cannot be read aloud until you respond." This is not about religion. This is not about performance. This is about a relationship, a moment, a decision. Heaven is calling you by name. Heaven is saying, "Now." Heaven is saying, "Come." Heaven is saying, "Open." Michael says, "Do not wait for a more perfect time. Do not wait until you feel ready. The time is now. The readiness will come when you step forward. The strength will come when you say yes. The help will come when you open your heart." God says, "You will not be harmed by saying yes.